we are back into the cattle shed again. Going to be using my FX Dreamline in 2.5. Going to be shooting JSB Hades at about 865 feet per second. Get quite a few jackdaws which come into this shed, so I'll just lie myself at one end, see what flies in, and then just see what we can get. There we go. We've got one down. I can hear them making a lot of noise, so I'll have to go and quickly collect it. Number 2, feral pigeon. Wasn't expecting that. I have to admit that these JSB Hades are quite surprising. They do seem to have a bit of a punch. But just as I went to go receive that feral pigeon that I've just shot, just noticed just over to my right there's actually some jackdaws and crows which are on this big pile of mess. So I've tried to discreetly climb over into the feed trough just to see if I can rest myself, get comfy, and see if I can get myself a shot away. That jackdaw just lined itself up perfectly, probably about 45 yards. Didn't have time to quickly adjust the parallax. I managed to get another. So this one's going to drop right down into a rather messy place. Got to be careful where I step. Some places are quite moist and I'll sink down about half a foot, so I don't want to be getting covered in all that. So that was it for the morning session. Not too busy, but 2 jackdaws and a feral pigeon. I'll certainly take that. So we've come back for the afternoon session. Luckily having a farm which is quite close to me, I can just quickly nip home, re-energise myself with a bit of dinner and come back with the impact. 2.5 superior heavy liner, shooting Zan slugs at about 970 feet per second. It doesn't take long before I see my first problem bird. We're going to be tackling corvids again, just out in the distance, pushing it out a little bit further. Nothing too extreme, but there is a bit of wind today. So I spotted my first one, which is just sat in a tree at 83 yards. That was a nice way to get going. So just relax again, have a sip of my brew. And what I'm going to be concentrating on is a big rock pile, and the crows seem to be attracted to it, so that's what I'm going to be concentrating on now, which is more over to my left. About 60 yards, 3 jackdaws. This big pile of rubble here, just shot those 3 to set them up as a decoy. Hopefully we'll see if it works. And the answer to that question is yes. decoys worked. Where are you going? Where are you going? One of them just landed. It just flew off as I got ready, so a bit too slow. They are flying around still. Just have to wait and see. Again, I was just that tiny touch too slow. You can see they're actually landed into the decoys that I've already put out. So I'm pretty happy with how it's working. And I'm pretty confident I'll get some more. About 77 yards in the tree. Decent shot there. So I'm just turning everything off. Go to turn my camera off and just noticed something has landed into the decoy. So quickly behind the rifle, quickly line myself up. Didn't quite have time to adjust my parallax properly. And another one just landed right next to the decoys. Decoys are working pretty good. Just added to these decoys, so I've managed to get a crow as well, which is just sat behind just there. Oh, his head's fallen to the side, so I'll sort that in a second. A few more decoys out, see if we can carry on popping them. Sometimes it does get a little bit quiet, so I'll just usual playing on my phone for a little bit until I see something actually moving about. That's where I'll spring back into action. Thought that was going to need a second shot, but slug is enough to put it down. I think he's going to land with a crow on his back. I'll have to go retrieve that crow that I just shot because it's on its back. It's not going to attract anything in. Just got that crow that I just shot, put it amongst the decoys. It's just out of sight where it is, but we'll see if it drags anything else in. Unfortunately, nothing came in after that. It went very quiet. They may have got the hint that when they land, they end up dead. So I decided to pack up, call it a day, and I'd probably say that was quite a good day that I had. There was one jackdaw which I couldn't retrieve, so there's one short in that picture, but also there was 2 jackdaws and a feral pigeon to add to that. So yeah, really happy with how the day went. Both rifles performed really well. If you like what you see, please give it a like, please give it a thumbs up, please comment, because it really drives the channel and really helps me out. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one.